Hey, mighty friends. This is Nate with Mighty or Maestro. Just jumping on again. I want to talk about a feature that we released a couple of months ago, code snippets inside of our power-ups. So you can go in and go to custom code inside our power-ups, and we now have this place where you can organize your code much more effectively in what we call snippets. But what we haven't talked a lot about is how you can actually go get templated snippets that exist in our code catalog on the Maestro community, and you can simply import them and target them and apply them to your course with zero code. So you can add really cool effects directly into your courses without needing to know any code, just by going in and grabbing these existing snippets that we've made available for you and applying them to your course. So today I'm just going to walk through a few examples of how you can enhance your course with these existing snippets that we already have inside of our catalog. And if you follow along and you enjoy this and you're like, these are really cool effects, I could totally see having things like this inside of my course. I love the value, but I'd really like to have this effect or that effect. Please leave comments under this video or in our community and share with us what types of effects you'd like to see. And we'd love to jump in and create some more snippets that we can create and provide to you guys inside of that code catalog that you can continue to just apply with zero code and let us do kind of the technical lift behind that. So yeah, let's jump in and show what snippets can do for you. All right, so jumping into a course here. This is just a fun little, we call them lookbooks. It's just a course we set up. It's inside of our community. We have a section called Really Good Rise courses that you can go and just see inspiration around different course designs that we've created and things that you can do, which you guys can check out in our community. But I'm going to use this as an example to walk through some of the snippets that I've applied here. So here I am, I'm inside of Rise. You can see Mighty's installed, and also you can see that I have the power-ups area up here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open that up. And inside of this custom code navigation item here, you'll see that we have these snippets, and I've already preloaded several snippets for us to use here. So these are the ones that we're going to use. I grabbed all of these from the Maestro code catalog. This is the community. This is also where you'll find Really Good Rise courses, which is right here, where you can get all kinds of great inspiration. But for this, we're going to be looking at the code catalog. You can see we've got thousands of users in here contributing to lots of different things that you can do. I mean, here's an example of what could be a snippet in a mobile floating action, which is kind of cool, that you could actually have a persistent resource menu existing inside of Rise. The ones I'm going to show today, you can get to just by going in here and filtering by snippets. There's probably more snippets in here. This is a recently added category. We could go back and tag everything that should be a snippet as a snippet so you can find them easily. But the ones we're going to go through today are this confetti drop. So creating an interactive, like when you complete a knowledge check or hit a continue button, you can get some confetti. We're going to add some shimmer effects to buttons. And we're also going to create an emoji reaction. So maybe you have a really fun little interactive or something inside of your course and you want people to be able to react. How did they feel about that? Maybe it's a scenario, maybe it's something like that. You can add these persistent emojis that they can actually pick which emoji they felt. You can also see we're going to do some snowflake background. So this is fun. This is just applying a background effect inside of your course. And to just kind of like walk you through what some of these look like here. Here I am in preview of that course, and you can see I just added a really subtle, nice shimmer to the begin button to try to draw a little bit of attention to it. You can click in here. Sound's going to play, so I'm going to pause that. And as you scroll down, you're going to see I have another, here we go. Here's the emojis. So I have a scenario. You can go through it. You can check how you felt about that scenario. Maybe it made you sad. Maybe you loved it. Maybe you're just pondering more. And that will actually persist inside of your browser. So if you leave and come back, you'll be able to still see how you felt about something later. We could also add in tracking if we wanted that to be tracked from an LMS perspective. And also you'll see the shimmer effect on the continue button here. Again, just creating kind of some subtle effects. And I'm going to show you how I did all of this with zero code. So I click continue, we get that confetti drop, the one that I was talking about, and it fades into just this nice subtle snowflake effect in the background. So those are the ones that I want to walk you through, and I just want to kind of show you how we did that. So back over here inside of that power up, you can see I have all of these already loaded and already enabled, but we're going to walk through and kind of show you how we did that. And it's really quite simple. So all you got to do is you've got to download those snippets from the code catalog. So for example, if I'm going to go in here, I can just click into the confetti drop. We've got all of the instructions in here that you can read through, but really it's just 2 JSON files. So you can just grab them, just click on them, they'll download to your folder. You need them both because, as the instructions say, one of these snippets will make the library available, the other will actually apply it on a button click. So all those instructions will be here, and I will walk you through exactly how that works. But first things first, you got to download the snippets that you want to use. Then we're going to come back over to custom code, and now you can see I've already imported them, and all you do to import them is you just click this import snippet, and you just grab that and hit open, and it's going to drop it in a disabled state. I can actually probably do that even though I already have it. Let's see what happens. Yep. So it comes in here. It comes in as disabled. So you're going to have to enable it if you want to use it. But now, because I already did this, I'm not going to do it again. So I'm just going to delete that one. And I will actually go back to that. So here's the make confetti library available. Let's look at that one first. So I'm going to hit edit. This is the script that got pulled in through that JSON file. And what this is doing is this is just loading the library for confetti. So once this is loaded, it's going to be available for you to apply with that fire confetti snippet anywhere you want on any button that you would like to fire. So this is just basically bringing the library in and making it available. And then the second one that you do is, oh, actually, let me back up. In this one right here, when it will all come in just how you need it, but the thing you'll want to notice is that it's scoped. So there's a scope here for your entire course, because you could limit it to just showing up on a specific lesson or a specific block, and we will do that actually for the fire confetti one. But for bringing the library in, you just leave it as entire course and make sure that it's enabled. Now it's available in my course. So now I'm going to go to the fire confetti on button click one that we brought in, and I'm going to hit edit here. And here you can see the scope is to blocks. So I'm only going to target the specific block with the button that I want it to apply to. And you can see I have one block selected. So if I just scroll down here, back to that continue button where I showed, it's already checked. So I could uncheck that. Now it's not scoped to anything. I could recheck it. Now it's scoped to that specific block. So anywhere there's a button, you can literally just check this box, and when the user hits that button, confetti drop. So it really is that simple to apply once you have them imported, which is why I say it's zero code. You bring in the library, you bring in the fire effect, and essentially you just scope it to the block, check this box, make sure this says scope to blocks and the right block is checked. And then you just would hit save, which I already did, and you can hit run and you will see it applied. You always have to save it, then hit run, then you'll see it applied. So that is that. And you can see I did this with all of these different effects that I just walked you through. So like, again, the emoji reaction, we can click into this one and we can see it's the same process. So I imported it, I scoped it for one specific block, which I just picked one randomly in this course, which is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that music so you can hear me, which is right here. And you can see that effect is applied based on where I select the specific block. Now, once you bring in one of these, you can see there's some CSS in here. So if you're comfortable from a code perspective, you can adjust the positioning. So like, you know, I actually moved this just slightly up so it wasn't sitting directly on the bottom of the block. You can do things like that. But generally, these are already styled and they're ready to go. It's just if you want to go in and play with them a little more, you can. So again, just want to show you how easy it is to add these snippets. We would love to get your guys' thoughts on other things you'd like to see inside of the course, other snippets that you would like to have us make available for you to use. So please leave comments. And again, if you're not in the Maestro community, you really should be. Go to community.maestrololearning.com. I'll drop a link at the bottom of this video and sign up. There are so many cool code options that are already built for you. You don't need to know how to do code. You just need to come in here and follow the instructions to apply them to your course. It really adds a lot to your ability to create more unique and custom Rise courses. So I really recommend you check that out. And again, that course I pulled in is featured inside of our Really Good Rise courses space. And we're also opening this up for our community to contribute to as well here coming up soon. So lots of ways to get involved and check out some really cool stuff. So thanks for listening. I hope you have fun playing with those snippets.